Welcome, y'all, to another episode of the Men of Steel podcast, episode 14, y'all. 14, y'all. We're almost at that 15 episode mark. So, thank y'all for always showing me love and support for my content. And I'm trying to grow my channel every single day. It's not easy, but I love doing this. I love speaking to great folks like yourselves. But speaking of great folks, without further ado, let me introduce the one and only KIP.
Hello, everybody.
KIP, how you doing, brother?
Hi, I am great. I am so happy to be here.
Yes.
And see and get to know and meet your audience.
Yes.
It's gonna be a great talk. And it's just my pleasure to be here today. Even though we're actually in my room,
Yes.
guys, this is our filming location.
One night only.
One night only.
Yeah.
And Terrell is a really good guy, so we get along really good. So
Oh yes.
it's okay for him to be in the room.
Rest of y'all, nah. Well,
He's no right.
yeah.
The rest of them know because you just can't have everybody in your space.
Nah.
But Terrell is a pretty cool guy.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Try to bring good energy, man.
Mm-hmm.
But first things first, tell me, how has your whole semester been going so far? Now we're towards the end. We're in
Yes.
April now, y'all.
So the end of the semester for me has honestly just been really smooth and fun.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, don't you feel like this? Tell me if you feel like this or not. Don't you feel like second semester goes by quicker?
It do. I'm not gonna. Okay, it do go by fast, but like you gotta get past January through February.
Yeah, no, that's
because the winter
No,
months
you're
be
right.
so it'd be dragging.
No, you're
and
right.
cold.
You're right.
But once we got in the spring, like
You're right.
spring, like March 20th happened, spring, now it's going by fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you get to something like April,
Oh yeah.
it's zoop. So it's been going so smooth, and I'm just getting things done. And I just been on the go. We always just trying to be on the go. That's the goal, you know.
Yes.
How's it been for you?
Man, it has been one heck of a semester, man. But you know what? I'm torn.
Get into that. When you say it's been heck of a lot, what do you mean?
Well,
Get into that. What does heck of a lot mean?
Job searching, man. Just trying to find some jobs for event planning, man. Senioritis is definitely kicking, man. I'd say I was always going to feel it, but now I'm starting to feel it now. With
Right.
been here for 5 years, knowing everything pretty much about being here at EIU, but now it's time to branch off and let the new gen, like y'all, take over and take EIU to a whole new level. But also, just dealing with like friendships and everything, just try to rebuild and everything, get that rebuilding clause, just also like forgiveness, you know what I'm saying? So, me and friends, we all had that little chip and block, but God has allowed for us to like put past our differences and just work things out and get things back in order. It's still a process, not gonna lie. But I feel like with enough time it should get back to where it was.
Who was the biggest problem? Like, who do you feel like added the most problems to the friendships? You? Are you the issue?
Well,
It's okay.
nah, I'm gonna say I know names, but I would say
No, not no names, but you can tell the concept for viewers' sake.
yes.
Readers Digest, you can help your fans and your audience understand what you're going through.
Nah, for real. I would say for me, like I'll say it was mostly I could take some responsibility, maybe me as well. Like I dealt with a bad breakup as well. Won't get to too much details about that.
I thought you said you never had a girlfriend before.
Oh, I never told. Oh, I did. Had a couple,
So you lied.
Nah, bro. I'd keep my secret life secret. But nah, just to sum everything up, I felt like I was not in the right headspace back then. Like probably towards, a little bit, let's say, what was it? Fall semester,
Okay.
And like I said, just dealing with that, all the nonsense that I was going through. And I mean, I lost myself because I was just not focused. I mean, I was not focused. My passion, I was gaining weight. I was losing motivation. And I had to look myself in the mirror. I'm like, you know what's real? Mm-mm.
That's right.
I can't deal with this. I can't do this. This ain't me.
Right.
This ain't.
Right.
This is not the man of steel that people love. Not for like clout, but like who I am. I'm never. Even through all the adversity, I can't give up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, but nah, man, I feel like this is all God. I put God always above. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just ready to finish strong.
That's good.
For real.
And something that it's good that you said this. You said you were gaining weight.
Yes.
People don't understand how important that is.
Oh,
When
yeah.
when you're going through the emotional, psychological side of life and
Mhm.
stress, and you start neglecting yourself, then we start gaining weight, or people sometimes start losing a lot of weight, and
Mhm.
those should be wake up calls, guys, to be like, okay, hey, I need to get myself back in check. You know, Terrell had to shake it off, and he was like, okay, I'm looking at myself.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna tell you guys now. I seen Terrell in the gym.
Yes.
He said, "No, I'm done looking this way." And I seen Terrell. He was sweating. He was dripping. He was like,
I was
he
dripping
was
like a
doing all
fountain.
his. He was doing all of his gym stuff because he
Mhm.
wanted to better himself. And so that's what you guys have to understand. When you start to lose yourself, it's not about losing yourself that's make the problem. It's about finding yourself again that makes it all worth it in the end.
Nah.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Terrell.
No, no, no. Thank you, man. Because you're right. We all have lost ourselves in the past. I
I
lost
said
myself.
that.
Well, I would say for me, did you ever feel like at a time that you kind of like not in a bad way, you just felt like unmotivated and it had to take you a while to kind of like get your motivation back up, like something like ain't nothing traumatic, but
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we're human.
yeah.
But sometimes a lot of people never experience that,
Mm-mm.
which is crazy because some people just never experienced it because they get everything spoon fed to them, and not just that, but a
Mm.
lot of people get stuff spoon fed to them, and when that happens too much, you don't really have the hiccups with life yet because mom takes the fall for you,
Oh
or
yeah.
dad takes the fall for you, or grandma. Um, so it's good that you had some experiences because it helps stunts our growth. Believe it or not,
It
it helps
does.
us get better in our jobs and our careers. And if you have kids, it helps you be able to be a good father. Having those ups and downs and those hiccups, even if it's as far as in college, you know what I'm saying? It's all about our overall um life story, which
Yes.
make us who we are. Man of
Mm-hmm.
Steel,
Mm-hmm.
KIP. It's
Yeah.
like
Yes.
it's what we go through, and we work hard. That's one thing about me and Terrell. We're gonna work hard.
Oh, I'm gonna work hard for everything. This show me everything I worked hard for was by myself. Like, people be saying, Terrell, how do you be like,
Give somebody credit. Your mama, you got somebody got to get credit. You don't do
oh
everything by yourself.
no, my
And
mom,
your
yes.
mom, and you missing something very important.
Oh, was that? Oh God. Oh no,
Amen.
God, 100%. I can
So
do
we never
everything.
did anything by ourselves.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes we say that loosely, but I get what you mean. I know you weren't
Yeah.
even thinking of like saying it like that.
Nah.
But we not even gonna say that it was God and his mom helped him.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? Hey, you know what's why not? Raised on the single. I know my dad. Shout out to you too, Dad. I love you. But my mom also like raised two boys on her own, single job, like just did everything. While getting that associate's and bachelor's degree as well. Going to school to get her master's too. Shout out to you, Mama. And everyone says she did a great job. Doggone, she did a great job raising two boys on her own. It's not easy raising a man on her own, but and I'm learning every single day how to become a young man in this world
That's
as an
right.
African American man in this world. So, and I'm take full pride in that. So,
Do you feel like it's hard being an African American male?
I say yes at times. The reason why is because obviously they say the system is definitely against us. I can't lie. They're trying to hold us down, and also just sometimes the looks, the stares, the stereotypes of African American men. Like, and unfortunately, no, it's not all people. I feel like not all people think negative African Americans, but I feel like if just get a chance to know the culture. You know what I'm saying? Not all African American, not all gangbangers, not all thugs. You don't like to listen to all that rap music if it's like spreading bad messages. I like rap music, but I like rap music that has a message. Also, I'm not out, we're not some of us not out here like doing crazy stuff. We're just trying to get the education. I'm trying to culture myself. I'm learning speaking Spanish, German, French, learn different cultures, teach me like expanding my horizons. Try not to be like a typical YN, as they always say. I'm trying to be an uplifting African American man. If you go to my drift.
I absolutely agree, and I love that about you, and that's why I can click with you, and that's why I said I can have someone like you. We can set something like that up and be in here because he's not a typical YN,
Oh
and
no. Mm-mm.
it's unfortunate for the YNs
It
because,
is.
and honestly, they don't even be on.
Hey, and like I said, if you want to just express how you feel, express how you feel. But like
Are you censoring me?
No, man.
I censor myself. I just feel like when it comes to the YN,
Yeah.
some people have can't come from that life, and some people have really had to come out the gutter, and some people
Oh, yeah.
really just be like that. So they gotta have a gun, they gotta do da 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 da. But then it's that other side of they just going with the flow. They followers. They just trying to have that look, trying to sag their pants.
I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate that
it's
stuff.
that group that I don't really mess with. I get the ones that's trying to feed their family. That's all the life they know. That's what they've been born into. But
Yes.
it's that other group followers. I just can't do that.
I was called a lame in high school, believe it or not. I was called lame. I'm hanging up a bunch of. I was a lame, to be honest, and I'd rather be a lame.
Did you ever start believing that?
At times, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because I thought just the school environment you had to fit in with a certain type of crowd, wear a type of clothes, and talk a certain way. I was also called kind of like, why are you talking white? Or stuff like that. I'm like, hey, me, it's not what does race got to do with this? It's me talking proper. It's not me talking white, it's talking proper. Like not talking all that slang. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So this is the thing, guys. Here's the thing with that, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So talking white is unfortunate because a percentage of the black community, we have been in the negatives for so long, and the system have been against us for so long, to the point where a lot of our young black men and women start to think talking articulate.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
The word articulate. They think doing that and having manners and respect for yourself.
Yes, y'all.
In today's time, they'll look at that as acting white. Essentially, they're giving the white man the standard of that's what you know what I'm saying? If I'm doing something good, that means I'm being white. And that's unfortunate because our black people are giving them the floor, are giving white people the floor to say that's acting white. Well, when did white people create articulateness or da 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 da? In any event, that is just that's where we come from, and it's unfortunate that we're the rare ones, and people are uncomfortable with rareness. They see I'm black and you black, well then you lame, you ain't you ain't got what I got on, you gay, you this, you that,
I feel different at times. Not like sometimes like I'd be like, it's like I don't fit in sometimes, but I look myself and I'm like, you know what? And this is why people respect me, because I stand out. I don't follow the crowd. I've always been different from the rest. I never once ever tried to like follow a crowd. I always did my own thing, and I always post I post positive messages. I do podcasts, and I wear clothes that's like more colorful. Has like, for example, it was like a Jesus. It was like, think of the ketchup bottle. It had like a Jesus slang on it. Positive, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
No,
maybe I don't know.
It's not. No, you're right. That's exactly how you're supposed to move with life. You didn't need a big crowd. You know, you were a leader, and as long as you were happy, that's all that matters. And I was the same way in high school. Only difference was, and I don't know how it was for you, but I will say for me, I was a little bit more popular. I was on the more popular side.
Oh snap! Okay.
But I was respected. I didn't have a big group. It's just people they respected me because I stood for what I believed in and what I stood for, and I didn't have to be with the YN group. But the YN group respected me. You know,
same.
You know what I'm saying? It's weird, and then also they may throw little shade in front of their groups, but in reality, they all want to really be our friend behind the scenes in real time. You'll notice little stuff like them trying to talk to you at times.
Yeah.
But in any event, we overcame it all, and look at where we're gonna be. People are gonna be in jail, and then we are gonna be rich.
We're gonna rock. That's my goal, man. And like I said, and we don't want to call y'all like YNs because I love my black community. I love every single one of y'all. I know we all could do great things together, but we have to like we have to focus our mind into other things, building, wealth for ourselves, having positive figures that's going to teach our kids this is the way of life instead of the gang banging and a whole bunch of other things going to continue to allow all of us to decline in population. No, I want all of us to succeed. I know we can do it. So we just have to continue to stay sharp, keep our eyes focused on the prize, and live as they say, the American dream.
And we know it's not everybody, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that you clarified that it's not everybody, but
Yeah, not
it,
everybody wants that.
yeah, and we haven't, and me and you personally haven't lived a ton of life,
Not yet.
so we do understand our experiences are very abstract, and also you are gonna meet more people. Like for example, I didn't meet too many people like you,
It's rare.
and it's unfortunate, but it comes with life. Because when I was only at high school, I was like, okay, it's only one of me like this. In terms of I have goals, this and that, and want to be. Even though we're right in our face, we got them in our face, and this new generation in our face, but we still like, okay, we want to evolve and excel. I didn't know I was going to meet somebody, but I met somebody. So it's about experience. We do know. So we're not talking about the whole entire community at all. We're just talking about a few.
Yeah, we want y'all to be good.
And we want y'all to be good. That's what we're saying. Something we don't want to, you know what I'm saying? We don't want.
I want people to like learn more. Like we want us to be good. I want people to learn more about the African American like culture. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can learn a lot, and it's really fun too. Like we're not mean. Some of us is really cool. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even say it like that. Some of us are really cool. We're not even. No, we're the best. We are elite. You know, all races are great, and we love them.
Yeah.
And our race is elite.
Absolutely.
Not saying, you know what I'm saying, but our race is elite, and there's so many great things, and we have so many shades and so many. It's just so much. It's so much to every black woman and man, all of our brothers and sisters. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't care about a stereotype. It's like we gotta just build our own stuff and just be our own
boss.
Yeah.
No.
That right there. We gotta be our own boss. We cannot be focused on the chasing the white man's dream.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And speaking of dreams, so let's just learn more a little about you. Like I said, tell me, like, where are you from, and like just little details. You ain't gotta go.
Yeah.
More about you.
Yeah. So, I'm from Champaign.
Yes.
I'm from Champaign, and I just like to rap. That's just the easiest way to put me. There's so many different reasons I could say why I like to rap.
Yeah.
But if I'm just gonna say like a couple, it just some natural born gift, and it's a way of me expressing myself and expressing my message, giving young men and women a positive message that they're willing to listen to. Because sometimes people not always. It's gonna be millions of girls around and boys around the world that are never gonna hear this podcast.
Never.
You know, and so we have to do things. I try to do things in a way that people are gonna worth listen to, and you know what I'm saying. I just see how like music goes. We can sometimes a song can get in our head, and we can be saying the most nastiest, the most asinine comments. And I'm like, if I make a song and it's a hit single that's positive, I would love for kids to be having in their head, read your book. Like it's just like it's about that positive message. And I may not live on planet Earth to see it change, but it's like at least I'm planting the seeds to start to maybe make change. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
At least I know my kids won't have to grow up like me and have to, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it counts for something. So I love to do music. I love to rap, and I just love my little sisters, and I love my mom, and I just love to work hard and go hard for them. And I just really want to be successful, and I really want to be rich, and I really want to be famous, and I really just want to get my message out there. And when it comes to famous, when I say I want to be famous, it's just really I want my music to be out. And when you're famous, it can get out to a wide range of people. I'm not big head. I don't really could care less, but it's just so happenly you have to be. I feel like you have to be famous for me to get the message out to who I want to get it out to.
Yeah.
I don't want to be locally known, a couple thousand people. I want millions of people to hear the message. So yes, I do want to be famous.
And you will.
Thank you.
For real. One brother to another, you will. Stay dedicated. So, and I can tell you passionate. Like I said, he can rap. He can actually rap, y'all. I've seen it firsthand. And like, so I know you got into it, but like, what's like best like inspiration? Like, who inspired you to like rap? Like,
who inspired me to rap? Honestly,
inspiration.
Honestly, I knew this question would come up, not here today, but eventually one day in life, someone was gonna ask that, and I'm gonna say, Does it have to be a rapper?
It could be anybody.
I'm gonna just say my mother is my biggest inspiration. She'll always be my biggest inspiration.
Absolutely.
Just seeing her work as a single mother, seeing her do what she did, seeing her put her whole life on hold for us, doing everything she did is just like she's my inspiration to go. Now, in terms of rapping, it's just something that God gave me. I just was able to do. My brothers are able to rap really well,
Oh
and
wow.
so yeah, it just happened. Um, and so she's just my biggest inspiration to still to this day.
Mm.
And I can't even think of anyone that's even close to her.
Oh wow. And if you don't mind me asking, what does your mom do for a living?
She is a tech at a hospital.
Wow. How long she been doing that for?
A couple years now.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been doing a couple years now. And it worked for a while, but now she's getting a little older, and it can be crazy. She works with people like patients like behavior problems and stuff. So sometimes what's the word? Unpredictable. Sometimes patients can be unpredictable, and it's not always ideal in that space for her getting that. My mom is pushing 50 these days.
Hey.
So she nobody wants to have a support code and have to run and have to do this and da. So I'm trying to get her out of there. But yeah, that's what she does. She works in the hospital. But yeah, I'm trying to get her out of there. I want to retire her, and I want her to live out the rest of her days without having to work.
Amen.
Anymore. Yeah. How old is your mama?
My mom, she is 44.
Mm.
So yeah, she had me at 21 back in 03.
Okay.
Like I said, she's going like back to school at Governor State University, getting her master's. She's trying to be a counselor, and
she's a psych major.
Yeah.
Okay. Same.
Well, she wanted to be a teacher, but she can't. Nah, it's not really worth it. She'll probably substitute, but we'll see. But no, like I said, and I love my mom for everything. I'm same boat, man. I want to save some money. One day she ain't had to work too. She could just chill, come move in with me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's great though, man. And so I was gonna say, like, tell me about your journey at EIU. Like how you've been enjoying the school so far, the environment, culture. Is it things you like? Or some things that could be better?
That content is kind of boring. The better content is this.
What's up?
When is the first realization that you were like, do you have any realizations where you're just like moments where you're like, okay, I don't know if I'll make it. I don't know if I'll succeed. Do you have any moments of doubt?
Okay.
Like stuff like that. That's more, they don't know me. Nobody cares about what I think about EIU.
No. Well, do you have an opinion of EIU or not really?
I love EIU.
That's good.
I love EIU. It's small. It's nothing to not like. It's cheap, but it's nothing to like. It's not, and it's not interesting at all.
And when you say not interesting, like
it's not interesting. For example, you know what? And again, guys, this is my personal experience. Another person could have a complete different experience. My personal, it's not interesting at all. I don't have the traditional student experience. I'm paying for my tuition alone, so I go home. I try to go work. I'm an RA. I work. I do this. I do that. So I don't have time to be involved in campus or be on party and this and that. I don't have that same time. So in terms of interestingness and girls and I don't have that same story. So when I say it's not interesting for me, that's just what I mean. I want it to be more interesting, but it's just not right now.
And that's all right,
It's okay to be like that.
Okay.
I just focus on my studies. As long as I'm passing my classes and I'm excelling in my classes, I don't have time really right now. I want to next year in my senior year to explore more, meet more people. I'm already meeting plenty of people, but I'm talking about in terms of socialness and just terms of just having a couple friends over your room and just talking and stuff. Like I want to do more of that, and I think that's more interesting. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Trust me. And I got all the faith in the world in you. Because like I say, I feel like once people get to know you more, I feel like you can talk to you about anything. I feel like you're the type of person, like, you may not want to believe, but you could probably de-escalate a situation.
I can't believe it, and I know I can. Thank you though so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that, but yeah, and I think that's also I'm a psych major.
Yeah, oh yes.
It's one of my natural born gifts, and that's something that I love to do. De-escalate, get
Yes.
people to talk, and I want to be a family specialist, and it's so many different things that are just great in terms of that lane that I like to do. Um, and I feel like RA really fits that description also.
I was just going to ask you about that. So now, and before I get to RA part, I know you asked me a question about
Yeah.
social. Okay, Dallas. Absolutely. I mean, there was definitely was times. I remember freshman year. I don't know why I did it, but it's all right. It's part of the learning process. I hopped into a major. I was going to do business as my major at first. It was pretty great at first, but then it was this one class, Business 1950, y'all. We had to do a whole bunch of homework on Excel. Now, I'm not a computer major. I only worked with Excel a couple handed times. But when I know I was not passing, I was like, I was like, nah, I got to get up out of class. And it cost me. I was at 9 credit hours as a freshman. And that's the reason why I'm kind of
So
here.
you
so
was
late.
less than full time.
Yes.
Oh,
That's the reason why I'm here so late. But you know what?
No.
It's okay. Because guess what? If I would have never resigned from that class, I would have failed. But also I would not have the time to maybe I would not have chose my major, hospitality and tourism.
You wouldn't have met me, Kip,
Yeah, I would
either.
KIP. Yes, I would not have met KIP. But I'm glad because you know what? That little situation, that's like the first step. Okay, you know what? If someone is trying to hop into a major, I would say it's great, but take gen eds first, or maybe do community college. I'm not saying going to university straight out of high school is bad, but like maybe do a community college route.
It's cheaper, way
Cheaper.
cheaper. I would have saved so much more money. I would have had a
Me too.
refund check.
Ah,
I would have had so much
I
if I would have just went to community, and I would have more time.
mhm.
It's the same the first 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Bro.
Only trade off if you just so happenly meet some really cool people your
Mhm.
first 2 years, it may be worth more than going to community college because you would have never met them had you not went. But that's the only trade off because everything else is community college is better.
Exactly, man. And grades too. Me, this time, like always, I'm not the best test taker. I remember it was this one class. It was my what was it? It was a science class I took with it was shoot. It was a science class, but my professor, he was definitely proper. But he was a great professor. He actually cared about the students. But I know his exams was definitely challenging. I studied too. Your boy studied, but I was worried like, okay, if I don't pass this certain type of class, I'm not gonna pass. Like I always had that mentality. I want to pass all my finals so I can get to the next level. But I prayed about it. I studied, got help, tutor, and I ended up passing.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I thank you, glory to God, and thank you for me getting out of my room, just asking help. I could constantly go into the office hours. So, y'all got to do go to the office hours and ask for help. Don't do everything by yourself.
That part right there. People,
I'm one of them.
I think a lot of kids, even in high school, go through a state of depression sometimes because of grades. And let me say this, they don't take advantage of stuff like office hours or because I'm gonna be real with you. It's all the stereotypes about teachers not da 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 da. I haven't experienced really. The teachers that I've had so far, they always have office hours, they always be willing to help. They always be, you know what I'm saying?
They want you to come.
They want you to come. Even if the class is full, they usually it's like they still have plenty of time. They answer my emails. I always have experienced that. So I feel like people sometimes feel like they dig themselves into a hole, and then when you make it to the end of the semester, it's like now it's crunch time, and now you feel like you can't catch up, and now you go through a state of depression because it's like okay now my grade da 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 da. But it's like you really gotta it's not you don't have to be perfect, but you gotta pick yourself up. And on them office hours, man, you have to do that. And office hours are sometimes better. It's like having your own personal tutor from the teacher.
Yes,
like you get your own personal. You know what I'm saying? People do not utilize it enough. It's insane.
And we do. I got something I got to talk to you about as well. That I think you're gonna agree with. But let's get to the RA job. So yeah, RA job. So like, what has been the best thing about this position? What's been some of the cons about this position? Maybe some bad times. I know you started back in January, which is great. How's the experience been so far?
The experience has been great.
Because you've been making a big difference.
I made a big difference. I came in and made a big
You
difference.
did, man.
I put my foot down. And
it was rowdy.
it was, and now it's like a regular cool building. Now it's like a lick. Like now this building is like you may have a couple times or like here, but it's like now it's like for the most like right now it's like chill. It's like it's like a regular building. Like you won't see nothing. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a really good, cool experience. I'm meeting more people than I thought I would be meeting, and I'm so respected, and I'm just loving it, and I'm loving to be able to get my message out. I was able to talk to some young men the other day.
Wow.
And we were in the laundry room, and we talked for like 7 hours.
Whoa.
From actually like 9 hours.
Wow.
We talked from like 1 in the morning, actually like 10 hours.
Wow.
We talked from 1 in the morning, 1 a.m. to 10 to 10 a.m. Of course, it didn't feel like it was that long because the talk was long. Right. Yeah, and it honestly felt like it wasn't enough time. We were talking about our home life, or this or that, our just there's so many different things, and I was just so happy to be able to get a message across to them. And we were able to grow a bond, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm their RA, we were able to be really close, get close, and I'm getting to know them better.
That's great, bro.
So that's a really big pro to me. I've loved meeting the new people I'm meeting and instilling some good stuff into these young men and women. Because I'm even meeting young girls, you know what I'm saying, or even my residents have certain girlfriends and stuff. So it's just been really cool. Akan, I feel like, and this is gonna be a lot of times, a lot of people are gonna feel this.
Absolutely.
In any job they feel, but I feel I'm underpaid always. I definitely feel like I put
a lot of effort in,
or even if I put even if minimally, like just showing up is we still underpaid just showing up. Because if I'm running a floor and I'm also a student too,
yes,
I can't win a certain awards at certain events. Then I'm only making a certain amount of money every couple months.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, it's paperwork. This you know how I go, and then there just be certain things that just come up that you just don't know about, like certain paper like that you just got to do, or just it's just nothing is. Everything changes, and you know what I'm saying. And then it feel like you can do all of that stuff. It's always crunch time, and then you miss one or two. You know what I'm saying. You may be looked on the. You know what I'm saying. You don't get great. You get grace. Let me not say you don't get grace, and because I love this job, I'm not gonna say you don't get grace.
Absolutely.
But in most jobs, and this one included, it feels like you can do. Let's say you do 5 great things. But two things you miss, it'll be like them 5 great things you did didn't exist. That put you on probation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I'm gonna lie, I was RA 2 for 2 years. I was RA in Fort Hall, and let me tell y'all something. The residents will respect you if they see you actually putting effort in. I was the type of RA like, you may not like me. You may not even want to talk to me, but you're going to remember who I am. And not that in a bad way. So every time we had our residents moving in, I was the first person they saw. Had a bowl of candy. I was like, hey, I'm Terrell. I'm your RA. You want some candy? Just chat with them a little bit. Even after all their families left, I did like little check-ins. I door knocked on every single door and say, hey, just want to check in on you. How you doing? And had good conversations too. And then eventually my residents warmed up to me because now they're not to see me as some type of tyrannical leader trying to write IRs, trying to bust them. No, I'm someone actually, I genuinely care about them. I did. You can ask any of my residents that was the RA. And I said, I care about y'all. As long as y'all don't give me promise, talk to me, or y'all just comply, we good.
Comply.
All you gotta do is, I'm not trying to narc on y'all. I don't want to write IRs, but I will have to. I will. I have, just some. No, this is one time I know it was a student that kind of like went to another. It was this one student went in her room. She kind of left her door cracked, but he was kind of like on the spectrum. But he kind of went in the room and touched her arm a little bit, and she was freaked out a little bit. I didn't know about that. I was sleeping. He told about that the next day. Sometimes dealing with like roommate conflicts and just sometimes being loud on the floor.
Okay.
But that one thing, one story I told was definitely a surprise. But yeah, well, glad nothing too much happened to that. But let's just say I'm the type of already that cared, and I still care.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And that's what I'm trying to do. The same thing.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a great job. And you're right. They definitely will come. They will open up, and they'll be cool. Even if they like not the nicest kid,
No.
they will be not. They'll be cool with you. Like they'll look out for you. I know that's how a lot of my residents are.
And I was just gonna say, so like you said, I know you said you put your foot down. So like, tell me the story. Like when you first came in, like how did this from how was being rowdy to now being quiet? Like what implements or what steps did you get to like make sure your floor was you was not gonna put up the nonsense?
Well, the first thing that I had to do, I had to find the head.
The head.
Not the arms, not the body, not the tail. I had to find the head, the root source of what was going on.
Ooh,
Since
yes, tell me.
since guys, this is my current job. I can't 100% get off too much.
Oh no, you can't.
Fully.
Yeah.
You already know how the consent thing is when it comes to RAs.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, y'all.
I can't fully get in it
Mm-mm.
compared to if I didn't. That's a different story. Okay, so I can't fully get into it. But what I will say is this: I found the head, the root source, the problem, what was going on the floor, especially mine, and I had real conversations. And when I say real conversations, I pulled them to the side, one-on-ones, individually, on different days, on different occasions. I pulled them to the side, and I had these real life conversations with my residents, and it was natural. And I listened, and I heard their backgrounds and their stories, and I was just like, I see your potential, and I need you to be a leader. And you know what I'm saying, I'm counting on you to, you know what I'm saying, do the right thing and stuff. And it's like it put a personal leverage on them, and it made them want to be great. And so forming those bonds now, and I don't use GroupMe for my residents. I have their numbers.
Wow.
So yeah, so they'll call me up and be like, hey, like I know my resident, he'll call me up and be like, hey, XY is going on, and I can call up him and be like, hey, I'm hearing that too much. You know, I don't even have to be necessarily here. It's about just getting those bonds going, and that's what I did. And I took those time, and it has been way more cooler. And just it just makes it more natural. I know, like the other night, like during spring break, one of my residents was stranded outside, and he just had to call me up. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's just little stuff like that. So that's what I did. I had real conversations with them. Floor meetings are great, and sorry guys, I'm working. I'm on the clock. Okay, we're okay.
We're okay, y'all.
I'm sorry guys. That ringtone is so funny. But yeah, so I had those real life conversations and just really talked to them, and it's been great ever since. And I haven't had any problems. I'm so cold at it. I make sure I talk. I made sure, yeah. I'm so cold at it. I made sure I talk to their friends too.
Wow.
Your friend in your room, come to the floor meeting too.
Oh,
that's exactly how I did it.
Wow.
If you want to be in his room all the time, well, I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on too.
Might as well.
No, it's not. Yeah, exactly, and it always worked out for me. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly, you know. And then we just all get an understanding, and we just all are really cool, and we just all are just happy.
That is actually great, man, because I've seen RAs in the past. They do it for the money in the room and board, which is a bonus. However, though, the key thing that most RAs are missing is that authentic connection with the residents.
Yeah.
That's why RAs like us, it's so easy for us, it's so easy for us to talk to our residents because we care. It's not just, it's a job, but we're not pretend like, how can I say this? Well, every time I see my residents in the hall, I'll say good morning. We care. Each time. It don't matter how many times I see you, I'm going to always say hi. No matter if you have an attitude or not. Exactly. Exactly. You have an attitude. I don't care. Which I don't even know why sometimes I don't even know where the attitudes come from, or not even attitude, but sometimes be that small talker. Like, why you don't want to say hey to me back, or why you want to be like small talking me? I'm cool. We cool people though. Yeah.
But and that's just natural. It don't even be nothing to do with us. A person could be just having a morning.
Yeah.
But we're gonna always make sure we speak and say hey and say hello because that's just who we are.
And that's what I'm saying, man. And do you feel like, I like the way you hype yourself up. Do you feel like that's the main source that most RH like take, like
Absolutely.
in the future?
Absolutely. That's the most important thing. And that's my problem with this job. This is my biggest issue with this job. I care about the residents.
Yes.
I don't really care about all that paperwork stuff. Like they do too much of that and the events and da da da. I gotta do this. I gotta put this, and I have to be this guy, and I have to be here, and I have to da da. I don't like that because it takes away from. I really like. I just want to show for the residents. This job would be cool. All I have to do was one-on-one logs. Had to talk to my residents. Had to do this and had to. I don't. All of the extra stuff is just too much more.
The events and stuff like.
Yeah, that, but also just things that come up. Like I said, I can't. We'll talk more about this after, because I can't get too much into it.
No.
But yeah, it's just certain things that are not resident related that sometimes we have to do.
Yes.
That I don't always. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm supposed to be here for my residents, why am I? You know what I'm saying? Though, like, why am I filling out a
paper?
Or OTY, like for somebody, like I don't know. It's like those are cool, but the fact that it's every month that I'm filling out this and that and this and that and this and that is just insane.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know. It's just like make it a little easier, only because we are still students. I feel like sometimes we get a workload as if I was a real worker, and I am a real worker, yes, but it's like I'm a student still, just like these residents. And me, like for even now, I'm a little younger, so I'm 19. I got a resident right now that's 24.
Oh yeah.
So that makes that power imbalance makes it like, okay, I have to focus on them. I can't be, you know what I'm saying? I can't. I can't have all of that other stuff if I, it's already hard enough dealing with different ages and different this and different that and trying to get people to be on one accord. So yeah, I just wish it was more resident focused in terms of paperwork.
I can respect that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you more what I mean.
I respect that for real. And like I said, you plan on being an RA next year, right? Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah. But like I said, if
I signed my contract.
Okay.
I signed my contract.
And like I said, without spoiling too much details, are you excited or you got some ideas you ready to implement for next year? Like you ready to go, like to continue making a difference here?
Excited will be an overstatement.
Okay.
But ready, yes.
Let's do it. And I know you're gonna do really well.
Thank you. I'm excited. I'm excited to meet more people.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I'll be on a bigger floor. Right now I have 12 residents, but next year I'll have around 35.
Whew.
So it changes.
It do, but you will be all right.
I know, yeah. Thank you.
You're gonna be good, bro. And so, and I just want this one I want to address you something about. This is something we can both relate.
Yeah.
The community, like the students, like involvement on campus. Like I said, I don't know if you've been to a couple events, but I've noticed that since COVID, even after COVID, the students' participation rate, getting out the rooms, it's been incredibly hard. And back in the day, when I met someone who went to EIU, he said from 2014 to 2017, he said this place was packing with fun.
I heard that too.
It was being fun. I'm like, wow.
I heard that too.
But now it's kind of hard to get these people out their room. Like, what's your thoughts about that? Like honest opinion. In what ways do you think the school or you can say that can get people out their rooms best way you can?
I'm gonna be real.
Be
It's just about the group of kids that you have. Some kids just don't. Some kids do.
Yeah.
And some year, like next year, we may get a bunch of new freshmen.
Oh, absolutely.
A bunch of new freshmen that get it juking. I know this year unofficial maybe was bad, but I heard last year was good. It's just all about the group of kids that you get. So in terms of saying the right thing or doing the right thing, I personally don't know, and I really don't even care enough to get everybody out.
Yeah.
Other than my residents, but in terms of the overall school parties, that kind of attendance, getting them out. I just think it's about the class. I just think about this whatever class is happening.
That's important.
Yeah, I just think it's whatever group of kids it is. Like Pal Norton, for example, even like we're cool right now, but next year it could get crazy again.
It can
because we get just a bunch of different people. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's about the matter of the group. In this situation, in terms of Pal Norton.
Oh yes,
and the whole campus.
Oh yes, absolutely. Because I know it's going to be a lot of shifts and changes with new faculty members getting their positions. They're going to be switching buildings next year.
Exactly.
They're doing construction by whole thing.
Exactly. You know how it go. Everything changes up. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm a cool RA and I change things, we still get another RA next year. You know what I'm saying? And it's also things change. What if I don't know about next year. What if I get a hit single this in 4 months from now?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not saying that happened, but what I'm basically trying to say is nothing is set in stone. So it's about the group that you get. Nothing is set. Pal Norton is good, but you can get a whole different ball game next year.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be for how I feel about all the attendance on campus. So 2014, 2015, 2016, they had a different class. They just had a different group, different vibe, different stuff. They was on a different, you know what I'm saying? It was a different people. And 10 years later, we're just a whole different ball game. We have different access to stuff. More people are more into their phones. People are more into this. People are less about, you know what I'm saying? Less about the community. We have more to compare to this and that. So now this just happened to be our class is different. It could very much change again in 10 more years.
Yeah.
You know, so nothing is set. So I won't never. That's my take on it.
I like that.
Thank you.
Now that's an eye opener. See, this is why I like talking to different folks. Like I get a different perspective of how everyone thinks. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
We're in the technology age also. And we're not going to stop being in the technology age. We're in the beginning to higher tech.
Yeah, absolutely. And every 10 years, we're all different people. Because if you take me back to even 2015, 2016, when they claimed everything was lit, I was even more social in terms of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was more vulnerable in terms of, you know what I'm saying? Less cared about. Because now all I care about is working and this and making a future and da-da-da. Back then, I was more loose. I just cared about being young and being a kid. You know, 2015, you was more about, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't that hard on yourself. It's like now you're looking for jobs and shit like that. Now this is real life versus back then. So yeah, it was just a different era. You know what I'm saying? We're all different. Even, you know, every 10 years we're different people.
And I like that, man. And we're going to evolve because we're almost at the end of this decade.
Yeah, and it'll be crazy to think 2016-year-old era people will be the same in 2026. It's too much has changed for us to still be able to be. I don't want to be the same as them. It seems funner, but I don't want to be the same as anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
But yeah, it could very much change. But yeah, I don't get too set on what things are at times like this because it just changes so much. It'll be different if the stats showed 1960 they partied all the way up till 2025 and then 2026 no party, no community, no. That'll be more like what's going on. But the trend that I'm seeing is we're just changing as, you know, it's just a different group of people.
Absolutely. So hey, you got to hear from there. Like, don't worry about the change. We have to, whatever's going on, just we'll figure it out. But no, so Neds, now tell me more. Like, what is your major?
Psychology. I'm a psych major. It's boring.
Oh, seriously? I feel like you're a natural. Why is it boring?
When I say boring, because
you feel like you're not challenged enough, or it's kind of like the same stuff over and over again in terms of work.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Oh, really? So like
not challenging. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. When I say that, it's because all of that shit comes so natural to me. It comes so natural to me. So I'll be in them classes and I just be like, and I feel like sometimes it's bad for me because I don't always excel because it's like I know this. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy. But then again, I haven't experienced enough for now. I'm only a sophomore, y'all. So
exactly.
We don't know what's gonna happen my senior year, my junior year. classes get harder, especially when it gets more towards just your major.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. But right now I like it so far, and I'm meeting some cool people, and it's been cool so far.
And I was gonna say because I know about your music career. Like, well, actually, before I get to my next one, what came up with the idea? Like, how did the nickname KIP get invented? KIP.
That's a good
That is
question.
real. I really
Now
want
this
to
is
know.
interesting. This is where interesting.
Yeah.
This is more interesting to me. Okay, he didn't hit his leg.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Tell me about that.
when I was a young boy,
Yeah.
very poor, still is poor, but I just had a concept. I was like, I just like I really wanted a website. I don't know why I wanted a website, but I was like, I really want this website.
Mm.
And I was just trying to come up with a name for the website. I wanted something to be different, and I just couldn't come up with a name for it. Um, and the older I got, I just was this took years in the making. I just kept brainstorming. Years went by,
Yes.
and I started really locking in again. And I went to this summer camp couple years ago, and I met some really cool people, and I had performed.
Oh.
Yeah, I performed this one night, and I had was like, and they were like, you need to drop some stuff. You need to do this. You need to. They were like, you rap so good.
Mhm.
Why don't you drop? And I'm just like, it's not. I'm like, whatever. Like,
Oh, really? Like you said, what? Like
because it comes so natural to me.
really?
I wasn't this. Yeah, I just didn't. It was like it's kind of like if a person bakes cakes for a living.
Yeah.
Let's say she bakes cakes and she does it with her mom, she does it with her sister, she does it oftenly. Even if she's could be the best in the nation, she doesn't think of that of herself. She just likes to bake cakes with her mom and her grandma. And that's how I always was. I just am a young man who liked to write rhymes in his room for hours. So it was never a concept to me that, oh, you need to get out there and become and you know what I'm saying? So that can't really push me to be like, oh, you do need to, you know what I'm saying? Because how I always viewed it, I was like, I know I'm great, I know my message is great, but to hear it, you got to be in person with me, and you got to hear me spit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. I didn't understand. Like, no, you need to drop some. You need to record some. I didn't understand that. So getting back to it, they really pushed me, and I was like, okay, Karmon's Ingenuity Project will be my EP that comes out. That's what I said. I said the name will be Karmon's Ingenuity Project. It came like that. It was no kind of thinking about it. It was like Karmon's Ingenuity Project. Ingenuity is original. Yes. It means creative. It means come from nothing and you build it. Ooh. Everything is just original, and that is the project that I'm dropping this summer. Everything is 100% written by me entirely. Everything is 100% written by me. I sat down with these producers. We made these beats. Oh, everything is entirely original. And I'm so excited as I've been working on this project for years. And with that, Karmon K, Ingenuity I, Project P, and that's KIP.
It's inspirational, man.
Thank you.
And now we're gonna get some good questions. So, as you know, and this is my personal opinion, like rappers, I'll never discredit their talents. However, I feel like there's not enough positive rappers speaking like, and
that's right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even listen to this new rap. This rap suck.
Me either.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, y'all. It sucks. There's no.
That's right.
It's all you talk about guns, women's money. Okay, been there, heard that. Rappers in the past talk about that, so they did way better. That's just my hot take.
Right.
However, though, what you told me earlier that you want to have a positive message. What's going to make you stand apart of these new rappers? Why do you want people to care much about your songs? What's going to be different? Makes you stand out.
I want people to care more about my songs because I want people to love themselves more. Mm-hmm. And I love all the other races, don't get me wrong, but I really need my Black community to love themselves more.
Absolutely.
And I need us to stick together more and stop watching the next and being the first be jealous of your peer,
Oh, no,
and you need to
yes.
lift each other up. So I want my music to help them to feel enlightened, and I really want the young kids to be able to recite lyrics that are positive, and just it will just help when they do have kids. It just will help alter. It's just like planting seeds.
Yes.
That's just what I want to do. I just want to put good things into the music and plant seeds, so it just can help my black community and ultimately everybody start to live a different kind of life. I don't want to talk about sipping lean. Like, no, we
Exactly.
want
I'm
to
tired
talk
of that.
right. It's just like you said, been there and heard that. And it's just like that's what I think number one, and it's gonna be easy because it's like that's the biggest thing that we're missing right now in the rap industry. And you were there when I rapped that night. I'm not. I know how to still get crunked up. Like I can cuss, I can do this, I can do that, and still do it in a way that is still positive message. You heard my music that night. Like I don't have to talk, but I don't even have to talk about anything crazy. So it's just like yeah. Because sometimes people can consider if I'm not talking about that, like that's lame. You're lame. That music is lame. So I make sure my music can still be crunk, can still turn on and be crunk. You can get crunk to it.
So when you say crunk, do you prefer using a little bit of like profanity, or
No.
you don't want to use no profanity?
I don't. For many years I didn't use profanity. This project that I'm dropping,
Yeah.
which that night you heard me rap, those were previous tracks before they got scraped off of the project. Those were some on it at first, but it wasn't until this project where I started cussing for the song. And I don't cuss heavily.
Yeah.
But I did start cussing a little bit because it adds some umph to it.
Okay.
It adds umphs to it. I mean, also I'm not perfect, and the third is relatable. You know what I'm saying? We can be black and cuss. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. And also, you can be grown. You can. You know what I'm saying? I'm still grown.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can cuss this, but it's about how you do it, and it's about how you carry it in the context that you use it in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And cussing is inevitable sometimes. Um, I don't want my kids or my young men and women to be using cussing in natural day-to-day life. I don't want you to be having like how certain slang is in today's time. People just use it, just use it. I don't want that. I want cussing to be intentional. I want cussing to be an expression. Art is amazing, and whether that be rapping, whether that be talking, whether that be anything that's intentional, I'm here for. And when I cuss and when I do XYZ in my music, it's intentional. I specifically do it because I want this line to be a certain way for this expression, you know what I'm saying? Versus how some people just throw it in there carelessly. Pussy, drugs, money, they just throw it in carelessly. But every line is strategically placed there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's no heavy cussing. The max cussing I'll do in a song is maybe 3 cuss words maximum. And that's only for 2 or 3 songs on my EP, but the other 3 are completely clean. And also every drop, clean versions will be dropped.
Okay.
And it helps with visibility. I want my stuff to be played in schools and parks and elevators and stores. I cannot have fuck my bitch.
You know
I can't do that.
You know what's great? Sexy Red tried to get to like one of these elementary schools. I think, it was some type of school. They kicked her out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that.
No, or there was like she smelled like weed or something. It was something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that. But one thing that is, and this is also sad, this new generation, we eat everything up. We make everybody famous. You know what I'm saying? Like the worst messages, and we just make everybody famous. It's terrible.
Because I'm glad you said it, because I was looking on YouTube. I love Neo. Neo used to say back then, people used to need to have talent to like sing. It used to be like a competition. If you couldn't sing, couldn't dance, or whatever, yeah.
Yep.
It used to be like competition. People used to like have to compete to get that number one like track on the 100 Billboard chart. But now it's just you take your phone, record. Because I want to get into music, but I want to do it the right way and the hard way. But it's like it's easy now. You can just rap about something, you get famous. I'm like
making the competition 10 times hard. The industry wouldn't want to look at you.
No,
because somebody else, and it's not even about being hard, but no one wants to look at you now because someone Donald is willing to show his ass off and be a dummy and put his whole life on Front Street, be in domestics, this, that, just completely make the internet just TMZ loves it. The Shade Room love it. And that is the kind of stuff that people like to feed on and eat on. So somebody like you, nobody gonna want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? Positive message, this and that. You know what I'm saying?
See that crap.
Exactly. The only thing that makes me different is the fact that I'm just versatile.
Oh yeah, versatile.
And I'm getting to know you a little bit more. I don't know you 100%, but I'm getting to know you more. I'm much more versatile in terms of that than you.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Oh yeah, 100%, bro.
But I know how to go into a certain crowd and completely be comfortable and also have my same message, my positive message. Not saying that you won't.
Oh yeah.
It's just
different
in terms of music.
Oh yeah.
In terms of real life, like you can. You're probably elite. We're both elite in different areas, but in terms of music, I'm more versatile in terms of that.
Yeah. You've been practicing for years.
Exactly. And it's not even about just the music, but just being able to be versatile and being able to be in certain rooms. I don't talk about lean and smoking and drinking. I don't do that. But if need be. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying though, because and it's about being hungry though. It's about being hungry because if Lil Durk called me today, this is just an example. I don't even listen to Lil Durk, but if he called me today, and I think he's in jail, maybe I don't know. But if he called me today and said, "Hey, I need a song talking about XYZ for 200,000 for this verse," I would do it.
100%. No one's not gonna pass that up.
No one's gonna pass that up, and not all money is good money. But that's the thing about being versatile. I know how to do it in a way that I can still fit the song, but also keep my image, my this, my that. And you have to be able to know how to do that. And I'm an artist, and I just know how to do that very, very well.
And that's right.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to hear everything, your project going on this summer, and I can't wait to hear it.
Where are you gonna be this summer?
Shoot, working. Just trying to find jobs, but most likely in Chicago area. Yeah.
We may work together. I may come to Chicago and we may work on something. Like I'm buying a camera soon. We'll talk about it. We don't want to waste content right now.
Yeah.
But I really want to work with you.
Okay.
I think we both kind of need to expand, especially when I buy my camera. We just both need to expand in different areas. I want you to grow your channel.
Absolutely.
I need to grow what I'm growing.
Me
and
too.
We need to have reliable people around. I don't need to have someone that I'm like, okay, we're doing XYZ, and then you don't text back, or people just got to deal with drama, or I got to deal with you bringing Tony, Antoine. I got to deal with you bringing all those people.
No,
so it's like we have to work. We're gonna work together.
Oh yeah,
on something.
I'm down. Like you said, this is the best time to expand, and I want to do something different. So,
and I want them to see us evolve in the podcast evolve.
Yes.
I'm like, especially like, for example, we're doing this now, but I want us to do another episode even when you're out of school, like when you get a better laptop and better quality and better this. They would love to see that growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just keep that up. And so we got to stay in contact, and we got to continue doing this, and don't just drop, don't slack.
Oh no.
Take the college people, take all of us. It's better for you. And it's cheaper.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to charge you.
Huh.
And this is not just about me, but I feel like college is the best time to do all of this kind of stuff. Because it's like free content, kind of. Because in the real world, then it's like it's cost opportunity. I could be here working versus, you know what I'm saying? In college, it's like we're all here in this one space. So just utilize it, and I'll still be here. When you graduate, like we gotta still be working together. That's a different story for a different day, though.
Absolutely, bro.
So, did you like when it comes to rapping? Did you ever like? I remember you like kind of did a performance that night. Did you ever want to learn how to rap, or did you ever want to learn how to do music of any sort, or it was just like
absolutely? No, absolutely. I always loved music. It's always fascinated me. However, though, I know I have not had much practice.
Okay.
I have done poetry. I love poetry. Fun fact, I do. I've been writing poetry since I was a kid. I'm just now getting back into it. However, though, I do want to learn, and I like kind of like
It'll get better.
We'll get better.
Yeah.
Absolutely, get better. And the rap I want to do like you, just positive,
Thank
uplifting.
you.
We need some positive, uplifting artists nowadays. It's too depressing and it's too raunchy. I don't see kids. I see kids or girls trying to do sexy red stuff. Guys just drinking just all this negative stuff. Like back in the day, like I don't know in Europe, but at least ours like the Temptations, like Diana Ross, like people like that. I mean, I know they all had demons and stuff, but at least their music was uplifting.
Yeah, it was uplifting. And when it comes to sexy red and stuff, and this is me because I am an artist, it's a time for it. Mm-hmm. She's not completely cancel people like Sexy Red because it is a time for that. It is a time for that kind of music. It is a place for that kind of music. But we can't have only that. And this is why we need positive people like me in or another positive girl in the industry in because we got to have both. That's the problem right now. Yeah, that's the problem right now. It's scarcity over here, but when it comes to like sex, we got more of that right now. And that's what the problem be. Mm-hmm. So we're not saying, you know what I'm saying? Because, I don't want to say something and later it bite me in the butt. So I'm not saying she cancel her. No, it's just a time and a place, and we just need a lot more positivity out here.
And that's what I'm saying too. Like, and I want kids to like know, hey, he inspired me because he's had a story, his upbringing, and that's what I want to do.
So, right.
But hey,
if you didn't do music and you still wanted to spread a positive message, how would you do it?
If I didn't want to do music and just do positive,
like you know how I'm doing it. My main way of spreading my message is through my music.
Correct.
What is your way of spreading your message? How do you feel like you'll do it? Let's say you didn't because if you're not planning on being a celebrity like me when it comes to music, or are you? If you are, that's cool too.
I would love that, but
yeah,
but I would like to be maybe a famous motivational speaker. I would like to travel.
That seems more your speaker.
I would like to travel. I would like to travel the world, like I don't know.
And would you spread your message through TED Talks? Would you do it through
TED Talks? Maybe do conventions, talking to the kids, especially the youth. I would like to talk to the youth. I don't even gotta get paid. I was like doing it because it's fun. I do I be posting stuff on my Instagram. I don't care if I get like 5 views or I don't care as long as because my messages have been spread and people actually have been appreciating it. I'm like, wow.
Yes, and so
it made me happy.
Yes, and social media is misleading because I've seen plenty of stuff on social media that I've either read or I felt it or I shared it with somebody, but I didn't like it. So it doesn't matter. Liking and all of that and sharing, it's not always a real representation. Even if it gets to one person, I think it counts. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm so ready for that process. But like I said, consistency is also important. Absolutely. And that's what I was telling you about. You cannot I love the mindset of I don't care if I get 5 views, I don't care if I get 10 likes, I don't care if but you'll just be chasing. It's like a dog chasing his tail without consistency because it's not about you. Who wants to keep getting 5 likes for 10 years? Nah. You do want to still grow. You know what I'm saying? So consistency is important. I'm not talking about a video a week. I'm talking about 3 a day.
And you know what? I do some motivational Monday, motivational Wednesday,
smart stuff like that is
Friday.
Smart. No,
or fun Friday.
Stuff like that is smart, and it helps the algorithm train your content. So over time, it'll push your videos more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you got to change it up sometimes. Say something that you know what I'm saying. Be relatable. That's the smart way to do it. But I like that motivational Mondays. Exactly. You got to train that algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? The algorithm, and you need to be trained. Push your stuff more. You know how to go. You know your niche. However you say that word.
Oh yeah, niche. Way to call it. Yeah, but nah.
NICHE. Yeah, whatever that is.
Like Nike or something.
Yeah. So it's like it's all important, and so I'm happy. Yeah, just make sure consistency. You're doing that.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that, and because I'll talk to you about that later. But okay. Like I said, we're getting to the final minutes. What do you want your legacy to be? It just not even in terms of like music, but just overall, like what you want people to remember you for?
I want people to remember me for
just something.
I want people to remember me for advocating for change,
Okay.
to say the least.
Yes.
I want people to know me for advocating for change. I don't believe that I can save the world. I don't believe I don't think I'm a hero. I don't think I can. I think saving is not something I can do. To save the world, we would all individually have to want that and all be trying, and that could overall help the world be a better place. But me individually, yeah, I can't save it. But one thing I can do, and you can too, is we can change it. So I say that to say y'all keep doing what y'all doing. It's good talking to y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you for having me on here.
Yes.
And I look forward to meeting you guys again and talking to you guys again. We'll just keep evolving. We'll keep getting better equipment, and you'll see the journey when it comes to Man of Steel. When it comes to me, and we're just very excited to show you our next new ventures in the future.
Absolutely. Like I said, thank you so much, Kip, for being on this show. And like I said, thank y'all. I mean it from the heart. Y'all are the best, and continue to spread the videos. Is I'm growing.
Yeah.
And that's only a matter of time. So without that, y'all have a great night. Sleep tight. Stay good in school, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Catch you.
Peace.
That was dope.